As a family man, I had to give another minivan a shot. And this is the 2025 Toyota Sienna Platinum. And this minivan is also all-wheel drive and also a hybrid. So it's got a lot of great things going for it. The greatest thing for this van is the demand. There's about a 20-day supply of these. So if you're looking for one of them, they're getting snatched up quickly. The Sienna Hybrid is going to be powered by dual motors. Got an internal combustion engine and electric motors with a combined output of 245 horsepower. EPA is going to be at 34 city, 36 highway. I've been averaging 33 miles per gallon, so for a vehicle of this size and this practical, this is amazing. Notice as I'm standing here, it's hyper windy out here today, so I'm trying to keep my audio quality high, but it might look a little weird, but we'll hurry up and get to the inside. And if you need to tow a trailer, it has a maximum tow capacity of 3,500 pounds. You won't need to stop for gas as much because it has a 18-gallon gas tank. Multiply that by the 33, that's your total output of a full-size tank of gas, which would be about over 500. And since this is a fully loaded model, the total price is going to be just shy of $62,000. So let's take a look around the Toyota Sienna. When you see this blue in the Toyota badge, you know you got a hybrid going on. But up under the hood, we got a prop rod. As I tell you, we got a hybrid system. When we see that orange cabling, kind of just looks like a regular Sienna up under here. This hood is very light. You don't see a lot of light hoods nowadays. You're gonna see radars and sensors all around the grill, 360-degree camera angles. We even got a splitter on here. That's something you don't see on the minivan ever. Side profile, it's all minivan. We have our high efficiency tires, low resistance rolling, so we get our best MPGs that we can get. Power sliding doors, roof rack on the top. Coming along to the rear end, we're going to have our badges, Platinum and HEV all-wheel drive. See more of that blue in the Toyota badge. Power lift gate, you can swing your foot up under here. It never it did it on the video for me. All right, there we go. One of the greatest features to have in the minivan, especially when shopping. 3 rows of seats, so this one has 7 rows. Middle row is 2. The captain's chairs, you can have 8 seats in here if you like to. To stow the seats, just pull this handle. Simple. It goes for both sides. To undo it, just lift it up, pull this strap, and you can even recline this seat as far back as you want it to go. But if you don't want to stow them in the floor, there's plenty of space down here for groceries. I went grocery shopping in here, and yes, it's a whole lot of space. Storage is going to be everywhere. Storage on the side, first aid kit. The batteries behind this cover. Even have an outlet back here for you that like the tailgate. Let's get inside and into this back row and see what it's like. To open the door, we can just press the button. It'll slide open. Got this handle that's like 3 feet for shorter people, taller people. Pull yourself on up in here. Somehow I still whacked my head. Didn't think that was possible, so I gotta show me getting on up in here. Cock my head to the side. And we are in. Got about a whole foot of space, 6 inches of space above my head once I'm in here. But just getting in here, it's a little bit, the top part is intruding on my head space. Let me close that door. Move the handle, and it'll slide on for us. Sneak peek, privacy shades. In this back row, spacious back here when you slide the front seats up just a little bit more. 4 cup holders back here. We have USB outlets, USB-C. We also have an aux. You can just plug in some headphones and turn the volume up and down on both sides. We even have a privacy shade all the way in the back. The seats in this back row are actually comfortable. They're not, normally they're hard back here, but these have soft leather as well. And if you want to recline or incline the seats, there's a lever in the seat. You just pull it, pull it forward, or pull it and push it backwards if you want to recline the seat. The second row seats are still comfortable. We do have our armrest on the side. We do have an ottoman back here where we can kick out our footrest. So let me slide the seat back because I slid it all the way up to get in the back seat where there's ample space behind me and ample space in front of me. I still got about 6 inches of knee room in front of me with the seat all the way up. It's just hard to kind of walk through the aisle. But if I want to get the ottoman going, slide it back, pull this lever on the side, and I can kick my feet up. Need to slide it back just a wee bit more. But you can thoroughly relax back here. Kick my legs up. I am good for a comfortable ride. Oh, it goes all the way up. My legs are too long to do all that, but the kids were able to. Can I slide it back even more? Oh, I can do it back here. I just gotta, the people behind me will not be behind me because they won't be able to fit behind me with the ottoman all the way reclined. Super spacious in the second row, but let me show you some of the nicer features that you can get that we have this Platinum. We're gonna have heated seats. You can activate them by the temperature control, dual zone climate. We do have a rear seat infotainment screen, and that's an optional package. Comes with the remote. And we got 2 sets of headphones, wireless headphones that is. So in this console back here, we got a few things going on. More USB-Cs, HDMI port that you can connect to the TV up top. We do have a vacuum built in. The connection is down here. There's a connection for our vacuum. Just press this button up here and it will roar. We also have a fridge box in here which gets pretty cold. We can turn it on with the press of a button. We can keep probably 20-ounce things in there, 20-ounce bottles, water bottles. It's not going to fit a 2-liter, but Capri Suns and juice boxes, they will all be chilled. A couple different ways to open the door. Either pull the handle back, or we have this door button down there, and we'll get out, move on up to the front seat. Up in the front seat, we'll notice this contrasting stitched leather, got black and tan. Very lovely looking seats. Great to have this style in it. Just because you're driving a minivan doesn't mean you shouldn't have cooled seats. And these are cooled seats, ventilated seats if you will, and heated as well. Coming on up in here where it's not as windy. Storage galore. We even got storage in the middle of the door. Storage at the bottom of the door for a couple drinks. On the passenger side, we have just storage in the dash. This car has more cup holders than people it can hold, like even when tailgating. Got 2 cup holders right there. And if you open this, we got like 2 smaller ones. Maybe fit a baby bottle. Won't fit a Stanley mug in here, but a smaller size drink, European style maybe. And notice we got wood grain coming in here. We got away from wood grain, but this is nice to see it back in the vehicle. More storage in the center. This is going to be our center armrest. 2 more USB-Cs in there. It's pretty deep. This is probably deeper than the fridge we got back here, or the fridge box, pardon me. We are going to have a sunroof, not a panel roof as some of the competitors might have. In the center of the ceiling, we can open and close our rear sliding doors. We do have a digital mirror, which is an extra option, but you're going to need that because if you look in the mirror and your children have the rear seat infotainment going, that's all you're going to see in the mirror. So you're going to want to get one of these digital mirrors because you want to see behind you, right? It also comes with a dash cam optional. There was only about 1 negative I can find with this van, and that's being hyper nitpicky, but the key fob just feels cheap. That's it. That's all I can say. As far as pros go, pretty much everything. The interior design is not what I would expect from Toyota. This is nice. The HVAC controls, got our heated, I got my ventilated seats on. Let me crank those up, it's getting warm. So everything is touch. We got our same infotainment system that you might see across the corporate board of Toyota. The native operating system is just slow and it can use a redesign. Like I just don't like the way the options are. You have to have some options in the infotainment screen, some options in the center cluster that you exclusively have to go through. We got a 12.3-inch screen here. I would like to see the things that are in the cluster integrated into the infotainment screen. The wireless charger, although my phone stays in place, I was driving for about 45 minutes yesterday. My phone only charged about 16%, and it always gets hot. Underneath the gear selector, we have a lot of storage. Big open space up underneath the column or the shifter. We have an outlet and a rubberized pad down here so you can put more items, maybe a diaper bag if you need to. On the left of the steering wheel, we have quite a few buttons. Heated steering wheel is over here. The camera operation, so you can see the 360-degree camera on here. It's all the way over there. I would like to have those somewhere near the infotainment screen, but if you own one of these, you get used to it. But just sitting in here for the week, it's like, where's the camera button? Where's the heated steering wheel? It should be with the rest of the HVAC controls. All the way over here, we also got our automatic lights and the gas fuel door opener. 2 memory seat settings. Now let's get the Sienna on the road. Set this inside of here. Start it up. We do have a power steering wheel. That's something you don't see motorized. So the steering wheel, it's going to feel like something out of a Tundra. It's not supple leather. It's just basic leather. Same with the shift knob. Not the softest shift points. The leather that you touch is actually soft, or soft enough. Not plush, but soft. But the steering wheel is a little bit rough. Taking off is going to be silent with the hybrid powertrain. Let's test the brakes. Nose dive out this world. It's about 4,700 pounds of weight that we have to stop. And I don't know what's going to happen with our moon simulation, but it should be good today. And it's going to be shut off, so we gotta go. Oh wait, we can't go down here. All right, got assistance on here today. It's worse than the moon. Dampening here is excellent, because that should have been like the worst ride of my life, but it wasn't. So now we're going to test the turning radius. Where's that camera button? Way down there. Going to get over as far as we can to the curb. Testing the camera as well, because if we hit the curb, that means it's a bad camera, right? Or is it a bad driver? You tell me. But we're going to lock the steering wheel all the way and let it do its magic. I know this has an excellent steering radius. Every Toyota I have tested, minus the trucks, have excellent, or the best, just the best. And I went to the mall, so I know it's great already. Let's do some more driving on the roads. Actually, we're going to test out sport mode. This is not what the intent of this vehicle is about at all. And I have not yet tested sport mode, but since we're here, well, why not? Stop, and then we go. Yep, so I'm not going to win you any drag races. My Miata is finally faster than the minivan. Getting on to the highway. Remember, it's extremely windy out here, like 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts. So if you hear wind noise, that's what it is. It's generally very quiet on the inside, and the dampening is excellent. And this does have an eCVT. Somebody told me it's an automatic. I'm going by what Toyota says on their spec sheet. It's an eCVT. Is that an automatic? Is it not? Discuss it in the comment section, but I'm going to call it a CVT because that's what they call it. And it felt like one as we were accelerating. It just kind of revved on up, and it didn't like bang a gear, or not even bang a gear in an application like this, but it was a very numb gear shifting experience. Super subtle. Now we're going to test out the cruise control, see if it keeps the lane, or how it keeps the lane. And we're going to keep our following distance as close as possible. Let's run up behind somebody and see how it behaves. All right, we have our cruise set to 80, and it's beginning to slow down as it senses the vehicle in front of us. And it is very conservative. Actually, it's getting close. Not as conservative as I was about to say. We're slowing down, gradually slowing down, and it should be steering for us as well. How's it going to do? It's going to do very well, and it should alert me at some point to put my hands on the steering wheel. I got my thumb here just in case. As we drop, so let me know now. LTA. I say that in all the Toyota videos. What does LTA mean? They need to work on their acronyms in this system, which is kind of difficult to get through. So if I want to change the settings, I gotta hold the OK button, and then I can get to switching certain things. I can go to settings. Then it has all these acronyms. There's LTA right there, I have no idea what that even means, so they need to kind of spell that out. I can press OK, or I can hold OK to change the settings. Lane center, like it takes your focus off the road too long. That's something you need to do while you're parked and not on the fly. Since that vehicle got out the way, our cruise is going to take us up to 80 miles an hour. If I let it, that's speeding. Let's not do that. I just want to see how it behaved when it was supposed to be going a certain speed. So now I'm going to get off the highway in just a moment. But let me just see how this rides. We're on smooth roads now. How quiet is it really on this extremely windy day? Super duper smooth. Actually, I want to get in front of this van because they're about to be dilly-dally. Got power to pass, as you just witnessed. I like to keep it on this display on the right side. It's letting me know what's the power doing. Is it charging? Things of that nature. It's also like doubled on the right side. Let's take this curve. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, you're gonna want to take your time going through motions like that. Oh, did they open my ramp? No, they didn't. Somebody just knocked out one of the cones. Alrighty then. So, back at it. So this would be a great van choice. The top van choice. One of the top ones, depending on what you value most. Definitely has the practicality. It doesn't have the most features. The Kia Carnival has it beat in features. In the rear seat entertainment, it has 2 individual screens on the back of the front seats, so you get more there. And do they have ventilated seats in that one? I cannot recall. Check out that video. But this is a stellar buy. The efficiency is there. And what I like most about the hybrids, and that's going to go for all Toyota hybrids, it's so seamless that you can't really tell when it's switching from battery to the hybrid. It's just that smooth, unnoticeable. Like I drove a Mazda CX-70, it abruptly switched from EV to gas power mode, and you knew every single time, and it did it often. But this vehicle, I rarely know when it's doing it, because it's just that smooth. Quiet too at the takeoff when it's in EV mode only. Handling's not going to be as forte as it's a minivan. You can't handle that well. It's got all-wheel drive though, in case you get inclement weather. You got some hills. Is it needed? I don't know. That's your personal choice. You can get front-wheel drive versions with the right tires. You don't have to have all-wheel drive. For any vehicle that's front-wheel drive biased or just natively front-wheel drive, you can get the right tires and be okay. But it does all-wheel drive. Some people kind of need it depending on your location. But the Sienna is an excellent choice. A very wise choice. If you're shopping for a minivan, this would be the right choice for you. It's going to have enough space, more space than a lot of larger SUVs, and it's going to undercut those as well, as it's a fully loaded model. It's going to be a lot more efficient when it comes to the gas mileage and even the cargo space back there, which you can fit. You can fit adults even in the third row back there. Not a lot of 3-row SUVs have adults in mind for that back row. Comfort as well, but we got that all checked out in the Sienna. So that's going to be my sum up, an engineer's thoughts on the 2025 Toyota Sienna all-wheel drive Platinum. Excellent buy. It's not feature rich like I said, but to live with day by day, this is going to be the one that you're going to want to have to live with, because it just does so many things well. Tried and true powertrain, efficiency, and all-wheel drive. Not everybody has an all-wheel drive variant of their minivan. So if that's what you're looking for, and I don't like saying Toyota reliability, but Toyota reliability, because that's what people know Toyota for. And if you want to have one of these for a very long time, this is the one to get with the least amount of trouble historically. I gotta say historically, but you should be good. I can say Toyota reliability. I just don't like saying that because each car is different, but they built their reputation on that, and I have no doubt in my mind that this will not be reliable. I hope I didn't use too many double negatives and confuse myself or you. But that's all I gotta say about that, folks. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about the Sienna. If you're in the market for a minivan, or if you were, let me know which one that you chose to buy and why. Okay, thanks, bye.